Well, this is my last full day in Maui, and of course I'm going to hate to see it go, but I know I'll be back. Do a quick little tour of the grounds. I don't think I've done that yet. This is the bedroom in here, and here's the infamous outdoor shower, which I used once, but clothing was definitely an option. Had too much respect for the wildlife out here to expose them to anything too extreme. This is all lava rock back here, with ferns growing in it. I don't know if you can see this, but this grass here, I don't know if this can be noticeable, but I call this a Hawaiian grass mowing. They did 2 strips and left. Terry and I coined that the Hawaiian phrase is whatever. But that's okay with me. This is bananas in here. There's a total of 8 acres here. I think these are limes, these trees here. It was definitely a different experience living in Hana for a week. Definitely not the Maui that I had experienced before. But it was a lot of fun. Everything, they had warned me, everything is very slow out here. That's pretty. So there's not all the touristy things to do like on the West Maui side. I assume those are coconuts. But when they come down, they have a soft shell on them like this. So, I guess I'm a city boy, I just don't know all these things. First day I got here, I came out here and got lost in the rain. And these are all macadamia nut trees. This down here runs through the center of the property, and it's a lava gulch, and it runs all the way up the mountainside. I didn't see it running heavy while I was here, but supposedly it gets a good flow going. And these, I'm sure Terry will remember, whatever these type of fruits are, we ate these when we were coming down the Waimea River. Thought we were going to have to live off them. This the workers apparently left behind. Supposedly there's avocado out here, mangoes, papayas. And these are all, I don't know if you can see it. See if I can zoom up to some. Those are what the macadamia nuts look like when they come off the tree. And apparently you let them sit on the ground until the outer layer peels off. They'll just crack off. And then you just let them sit for 3 months. And then when you crack them open, they'll be great. You can crack them open before that, but they'll taste more like a coconut. And it will crack in halves rather than a whole nut. So what you got to do is put it in the oven and let them cook for an hour at 200 degrees. And that will speed up the process. Right over here, let me see, on the other side of these trees here is where Richard Pryor lives. And in the other direction towards Hana Airport is where Jim Neighbors lives. Which means Carol Burnett lives around here somewhere too. You know, and none of them had me over for breakfast, and I feel really, really snubbed. Let's see, I haven't gone this way yet. There are strange sounds that comes out of this place at night, let me tell you. The first night I was here, I went to bed at 8 o'clock because all the sounds out here started freaking me out. I've had no television for over a week. There's no TV out here, and everyone that I talk to, nobody buys TVs. Yikes. I have no idea where all this goes. I haven't been out this far. Surprisingly, I haven't gotten bitten by very many mosquitoes. I'm grateful for that. That helicopter sound that you hear is common throughout the day because the house sits right above the airport. And although planes don't seem to use it much, but the Blue Hawaii helicopters come in from the city, the big city on the other side of the island. Come over here and bother us country folk. Well, this just keeps going and going. One thing I've grown to enjoy actually are the geckos. They are definitely a good thing around here. They eat the insects. So at night I would sit on the deck and watch the geckos eat. It was like watching a football game, and the insects lost. As you can see, as far as I've walked, it's the property that I'm on. I don't know where I'm at, but it gives you a good idea how far removed from the real world it is out here. Quite different from Hana. The real challenge is to see if I can make it back. I read about Bob did some explaining on this. When the trees from the hurricane start to crack like they're going to fall down, they put, I don't know if you can see on there how there's two separate branches that he leaned up against it, and they, can't think of the name that he called it, but they will actually grow right into the tree and become part of the tree. So I guess there's an example of them. Apparently the reason, by the way, if you can hear that, it's starting to rain out here. The reason why things are so much more expensive, at least food is, in Hawaii as far as pineapples, they're cheaper in the States than they are here, is because the fruit that we get in the mainland isn't from Hawaii. It's a lot cheaper for them to get it from South America, or it's much more expensive to grow things out here. And it takes many years before you can start getting a return on your crop out here. The macadamia nut trees, once you grow them, once you plant them, they won't start harvesting for quite some time. And that's why Bob started renting out his house, is to offset his loss. But it's definitely going to be hard to leave all this. Also, one thing I found out about was that mangoes, you normally can't, apparently, I don't know, I never shop for them, but oh my, it's starting to rain. Let's go under here. But you can't buy them in stores because they're only good for one day after they come off the tree. So Bob's suggestion is, if I wanted mangoes out here, it's pretty much to stand under a tree and catch it as it falls. Because you don't want to take it before it comes off the tree. You don't want to pick it off the tree because then it won't be ready. And for the most part, once it hits the ground, it starts decaying. Oh my. Well, there's the house back up here, if we could just get back over there. I must say, Dad, your camera's done wonderful, even through the rain. Just kidding, it hasn't gotten too wet. Except for when Terry just about capsized us, but I saved the camera. What's so funny about this too is if you look out here, it's all blue sky. But there's just a patch overhead that's a rain cloud. I'm sure those of you who lived in Hawaii know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't happen like that in Montrose. Alright, I'm going to try and track it. This is an arrangement that Bob had done before I got here. It's a sample of the different flowers he grows here. These flowers are a bit bittersweet. Bob said that while I'm here, I can pick all the flowers I want and all the fruit I want. But the downside is you can't take any home because they won't let you take them on the plane. And it's a shame. I think the alternative is I should just stay. But like I say, I know I'm going to be back. Well, I don't want to think about it, but I got to start packing. Okay, so I'm not going to pack. Just wanted to show it is pouring. But when I started out on my little journey, it was completely dry. It is just coming down. Also wanted to put it in perspective over here. Over on the other side of these trees, which is where I was walking, actually the area that I walked was all the way back into there in this back area. But the area right on the other side of the trees there is where Richard Pryor lives. And the area straight towards the ocean on the other side of the trees is where Jim Neighbors lives. And from what I understand, I at least know that Jim Neighbors runs a ranch. All of these properties here are, acre, 5 acres or more. And so the owners run ranches out of here. I guess you call it ranch, farm, whatever. But so anyways, well, maybe I won't be able to go home because I'm reined in. I like that. Better start doing my rain dance. Okay, I'll start packing.